Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto. Okay, so Bitcoin's having a little bit of a pullback, as is the rest of the market, because of the unsettled conditions in the Middle East. Markets generally don't like uncertainty, and that normally creates a bit of a pullback. So that's what's happening at the moment. So where's Bitcoin going to come back to? Well, okay, the CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, closed last Friday at, on the CME chart, that looks like it's down here sort of thing. So the price needs to come down about another $2,200. So if we go back to the ByBit chart and we look at 2,200, that's kind of around here, around about 104,900. Now this is starting to look like it's on this trend line here, if you believe in trend lines. This has a fairly valid touch point there, 1, 2, 3. Then it had this fake out here, which was to do with the Elon Trump argument. So that's quite possible as a target round about there. Maybe something like that. Obviously, if that failed, then we're going right down here, down to zero. But if it does bounce there, which is more likely, then we should go back up. So let's just have a look to see if there's any sign of a bounce, because I think there is, to be honest. Now, to detect bounces, I like to use my quad rotation stochastic indicator. So let's just pop that one on. And what I'm looking for in this circumstance is things like this. If I expand that, it's things like this green arrow and these red crosses, and then ultimately these lines of bullish divergence. Now this is the 5 minute. So there's obviously a little bit of that going on right now. We should compare it with larger time frames. So larger time frames, I'm getting this green background here. Okay, so that's implying that the stochastics are all kind of down this bottom area here. And even the 1 hour. Right, the 1 hour isn't showing me a bottom just yet, because what I'd like to see is this green stochastic here. I'd like to see this one get below this 10% level. So I don't think we're quite there, but I think we're very near. And ideally what we'd see is something like this green background here, signifying a bottom like that. So that's what I'm looking for. And the time now is coming up to 1 p.m. So maybe in an hour and a half, when we get the New York Open, that's when we'll see the fireworks. Now it's worth noting that there is PPI today. So that will always shake up the market a little bit, one way or the other. So maybe that's just what we need to come down here. And maybe we do a bounce like that. Or we could come down further and make a double bottom. In which case you're looking at more like 100k. So overall, I'm still bullish, but I'm expecting some pullback in the next hour or two, maybe in the next few days. But overall, this general sort of trend like that is what I'm looking for, up to about 121k. So at the moment, I was in a short overnight. I did just come out of that though, because I think now I'm starting to look for a long. So I am looking for some sort of sign, like a green background like that here on the 1 hour time frame. Now also, if you've got Stonksy, which is a paid indicator, the Stonksy oscillator, I find that quite useful now on the 1 hour time frame, because that does this kind of thing here. I must admit, I'm not a fan of these histogram lines, so I tend to sort of pretty much make them almost non-existent. But what we're looking for here is this red line to come down here and then turn pink. Yeah. But I really do think this kind of area is going to be the bounce area. Now, I am super tempted to nibble in a little bit with an account I've been testing out, which is a KuCoin one. Now, unfortunately, with KuCoin, what I need to do is set a VPN to Portugal because it doesn't work in the UK. But if you can use KuCoin in your country, then I would suggest that you go to savewith.crypto.org/KuCoin, and then you'll arrive at this sign up page here. And this is really cool because they've got these limited time newcomer bonuses, and that is up to $11,000. But literally all you have to do is make a deposit, and then you get like free trial funds to play with. If you get a certain trading volume, that helps as well. So you generally get some like free money to play with, and obviously whatever profits you make you can keep and you can withdraw, or you can trade more with them. Okay, so I'm going to log into this. So I'm going to go to derivatives and USD margined futures. This is where I should have some funds. Yeah, so I've got an available balance of 1,026 USDT, with 1,000 of that being the trial fund. So this will behave the same way as the trial fund you get as well for signing up using my link, savewithcrypto.org/KuCoin. If you can't remember that, the link is in the description down below. So look, what I think I want to do here is just kind of set a few orders just below where we are now. So say like 106,866 for like 25% of the account. So that will have a liquidation price of like 96.6. Now I don't think we're going to go that low. So that is quite a safe order, I think. Now I must admit, I don't like with KuCoin how it doesn't show you the order on the chart. That seems really weird to me. It does show you it down here, obviously. And then let's have a look what other levels we could look at. Well, I think on this trend line, so like 104,632, say. So 104,632, and I'll use about half of what's left there. The rest of it round about here, around the bottom of my carefully drawn area. So 101,763. So 101,763, that'll do. And I'll put the rest of it in there. So there you go, there's my 3 orders set down there. I do wish you could see them on the chart. I think that's a real oversight. I mean, as far as I know, this is quite a big exchange, and I'm surprised they don't do that. Anyway, that's what I'm doing at the moment. Trying to get into a long. I don't see much point trying to short at the moment anymore because we've missed the opportunity now. If you are trading, then please do check out the exchange links that I've got in the description down below. They all get you various bonuses and free money. And if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments down below. While you're down there, do me a big favour and give the video a big fat like. Also make sure that you are subscribed and you've got the notifications set on all. And above all, tell your friends.
Save with Crypto has to be one of the best YouTube channels that the United States has ever seen. Kamala Harris is not a subscriber, but I am. I have notifications set to all as well. I'd strongly suggest you subscribe to Save with Crypto today. Above all, you should tell your friends.
Save with Crypto is not a financial advisor. He just makes ice cream on the internet.
And what is the problem with ice cream?
I have no idea.
It drips.
Okay.
So my idea is what?
To make a drip-proof ice cream.
No. Oh, that's a fucking brilliant idea.
If you cannot find someone to do your own research, you must do it yourself, just like I did not.